Okay, we are live. What's going on, guys? Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you. Welcome to Kick and Push. My name is Alex Halsey. I am the health fitness specialist at the McLean location. Welcome in, y'all. I'm using headphones, so if you cannot hear me, please drop something in the comments to let me know. I can't really test it without reverb. So I have tried this before, but it's been a while since I've done it. Got a new pair of headphones, and I just want to make sure y'all can still hear me. So if you can, that is excellent. Let me know. If you can't, let me know. Communication is key here. All right, so let's use our words and keyboards to make sure we are communicating. All right, so sorry for the late start. Do apologize for the late start. Again, just trying to play around with the headphones. But nonetheless, I'm ready to get this workout in. New moves for you all today. All right, so you will need weights for today's exercise. You will need weights for today's exercise. Don't really have any other alternatives for you. If you don't, resistance bands wouldn't be the most appropriate here. So access your weights. If not, you still can make some improv devices or things you can use to create some weight. Like you have a weight vest, that'll still work. All right. So nonetheless, check out the description. You'll see the moves that we have. We have a seated good morning, and we're going to have another 2-move combination where we have a sumo squat and a curtsy. All right. So without further ado, gather your weights, gather your water. We're going to still be utilizing that same pyramid format that we've been using this month. So we're going to start off with a specific amount of reps, and each time we come back, we're going to add one on top. All right. So let's go ahead and get warmed up and get this workout going. All right. So just start off simply with some air squats or some body weight squats. Loosen up. These moves that we do through the warm-up should be nice and smooth. We're just trying to lubricate the joints. I'm assuming everyone's been sitting down for a while, so I try to take my time with the warm-up, make sure we get nice and loose, get the joints lubricated. So take your time here, y'all. Don't move with urgency, but move with fluidity. All right, be smooth. As you're squatting, make sure you're splitting the floor with your feet, creating that force that turns your feet outward, creating that force from the hip. I'm going to go into some back lunges right now. Go into some back lunges. If you can, try to get your knee past your toe. Dig into that ankle range of motion in this lunge, if you're able to. Again, nice fluid movements, not really moving with urgency. We're just trying to move with fluidity. We're going to take it down to the floor here. After this next rep, do some cat-cow. So go ahead, come all the way down. All fours, hands and knees, right into cat-cow. Heart rate should be coming up. You should be waking up. Shake that stiffness off. It's been a long weekend. I hope y'all enjoyed your Mother's Day. At least it's been a long weekend for me. Lots of driving, lots of fun. I definitely enjoyed my time spent with my mother. I'm still a little tired, but not tired enough to the point where I can't work out. So whatever you got to give, just go ahead and give it here. And I'm gonna go ahead and come to some rotations. Just 5, there's 4, one more, and 5. Switch it up, just 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead, bring the right foot up. We're going to add some rotations in. Just 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch it up. If you need to, you can drop that back knee down to the floor, like so, or you can elevate the back knee. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, go ahead, come up to a straddle. We're going to bring the palms down to the floor. Open your stance as wide as you need. Typically, the wider you are, the more comfortable you'll be. And we're going to rotate. Just 5. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From here, you're going to remain in the straddle stance. We're going to go to a Cossack. So lower yourself, come to the right, your left, and then come back to the left, your right. And just go back and forth, like you're skating across the floor. Again, don't move with urgency necessarily, but try to be fluid and smooth with your movement. Keep those glutes squeezed to help keep everything stable, and push off the foot. 3, 2, 1, done. All right. So you can go ahead and perform some jumping jacks while I demonstrate our first 2 moves. So we have a sumo squat with a curtsy, lunge. So you don't need body weight here, but of course that'll make it more challenging. We just need the weight for the second move. So we know the sumo squat is you're going to come to a wide stance, very similar to the straddle position we were just in, and you're going to squat. You can hold your weights on the shoulders, you can hold them down in the center, either or, doesn't matter, just as long as you keep your torso and your chest up high. Sink your hips down and come back up. So you're going to sumo squat, then go right into a curtsy. Sumo squat, right into a curtsy. All right. So we're going to start off 4 reps. 4 reps of both. Come back, add 1 rep, so on and so forth. Our core move, alternating leg drops. So you're going to go back, elevate the legs, drop 1, and drop the other. Alternating leg drops. Okay. We're going to stick with 8 reps there throughout the whole time. Starting off with 4 reps with the curtsy and the sumo. Starting off with 4, add 1 each time. Stick with 8 reps of the alternating leg drop. They're slow. Okay? So let's get it going. 8 minutes are on the clock. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Let's work. So sumo, curtsy, sumo, curtsy. That's 1. Sumo, sumo, curtsy. There's 2. We have to do both sides in order for it to be 1 rep. 3. Remember, we're going to 4. Last one. There's 4. All right. We're adding 1 when we come back. That's going to make 5. Alternating leg drops. Remember, we got 8. Elevate the legs. Drop 1. Drop the other. There's one. Keep the shoulders elevated. 2. Nice and slow. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Okay. Adding 1 rep. We've got 5. I like the feel of this other mat better for these leg moves. So I'm just adjusting myself. Alright. Sumos and curtsies. 1. 2. 3. We are just past 5.5 minutes to go. 4. 1 more. 5. Whew. Alternating leg drops. Back to 8 reps. We're adding 1 rep when we get back to those curtsies. Keep the shoulders elevated. 2. And we're doing these slowly. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. All right, y'all. Workout has started. We're just over 4 minutes to go, so almost halfway there. Let's keep it going. Adding 1. We got 6. 1. When you go into the curtsy, make sure you bring that back leg across the center of your body. So in other words, 2, it should go past the front leg. 3. 4. 5. And 6. We got just 3 minutes left. Let's keep it going. Take a break if you need, but do your best to try and keep going. Adjust your weight if you need to, if that will help you keep going. 3. Remember, slow, take your time here. These leg drops. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Bring your leg to a complete stop at the bottom of that leg drop. So you're not using momentum. Completely stop and then raise the foot back up. All right, so we're adding 1. We got 7. This will probably be our last round here. We've got just under 2 minutes to go. Sink those hips down, keep the chest up. 2. Or there's 2. There's 2. 3, 90 seconds. 4, keep going, y'all, come on. Let me know if you can't hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. 5. Woo. Closing in, we got 1 minute. 6, last one. And 7. Whew, those ain't no joke. All right, let's keep it going. Let's finish up here. We got about 30 seconds to finish out here with the leg drops. Remember to stop your momentum at the bottom, then elevate the foot, elevate the leg. Keep the shoulders up. We're going through the timer, so just keep working. And time. Whew. Okay, so catch your breath. Next pairing coming up. This is what you will need weights for, and a seat, a chair, something you can park your hind parts in. Okay, we will need a seat of some sort. I have mine right here. I have my little ottoman. So number 1, I'll go over the core move. We have plank leg overs. We did this last week. So we're in the forearm plank. You're gonna bring your leg up and over, tap to the floor, bring it back. Same thing on the other side, tap to the floor. Do your best to keep your shoulders square facing the ground. So when you turn, you're not turning your shoulders. Keep your shoulders square to the ground. All the rotation needs to come from the hips, and the movement needs to come from the legs. All right, so left and right, 1 rep. We're sticking with 8, just like for the first core move, sticking with 8. For our leg exercise, it's a seated good morning. So I know most of us more than likely don't have access to a bar of some sort, but that's okay. You can take your weights or dumbbells. You're gonna hang them over your back like so. All right. You're gonna keep your torso upright, extend your feet out like so, and push your chest to the floor. Once you can no longer go down, squeeze your glutes, come back up. This is a trunk, this is an inner thigh, this is a glute move. All 3 of those muscles are our primary muscles we're working here. You're just gonna go down, push the chest down, come back up. Be sure not to arch the back as you fold over. We do not want that. Keep the torso upright and push with the chest like you're trying to get your belly button down to the floor and come back up. All right? As you come up, you're going to exhale. That's going to help brace your core, keep everything rigid and tight and in alignment. Okay? So let's go ahead and get these 2 down and over it. We're almost done. Next 8 minutes. Seated good morning, plank leg overs. All right, so starting off with the good morning. We're still gonna add 1 here, just like we did for the other exercises. We're starting off at 5, just so you can get a feel for it. Should be able to go back and forth between these 2 pretty easy. 1, 2, take your time, don't rush it. 3, looking to feel a stretch in the hamstrings. 4, 5. Right into the plank with the leg over. We're sticking with 8. Left and right is 1. So tap, tap, 1, tap, tap, 2, 3. I'm pretty sure I have flutter kicks written down, so you guys can do these or the flutter kicks. 7 and 8. So clearly I have made a mistake, but nothing we can't correct. Flutter kicks is really what we have. Had a brain fart, forgive me. All right, so flutter kicks, 3 count, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, all the way up to 8, nice and slow. All right, very similar to the first move we did, but now we're just doing it for a longer amount of time. So you can do the flutter kicks, or you can do the plank leg overs that I just demonstrated. All right, so we've got just over 6 minutes to go. Just keep it moving. You can do both of those core moves. You can do one. You can alternate, whatever floats your boat. All right, we'll make that mistake work for us and just use it as added variety if you want to. So make sure your feet, 3, are further out. You don't need your legs right at 90. Bring those feet out. 4, we're adding 1. 5, keep the torso upright. 6. So I'm just going to stick with the leg overs. The transition I actually have found is a little bit easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So like I said, you should be able to go back and forth between these two relatively quickly. That's why I'm sticking with the plank leg overs. Transition just feels a little bit easier to me. All right, so we're adding 1. We got 7. 1, squeeze those glutes to get you back up. And the hamstrings. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so hopefully you guys are familiar with RDLs. If not, this is just similar, or not RDLs, good mornings. They're similar to RDLs. We're just doing it from a seated position, still looking for the stretch in the hamstrings. We're just allowing ourselves to get further into hip flexion by doing it in a seated position, all right? So we're still hitting the hamstrings. We're actually getting a little bit more groin activation. That's gonna go with our first move of targeting the groins with the sumo. And also we're getting the trunk involved. So it's kind of like a full body exercise, but we're focused on the hamstrings, the glutes, and the inner thighs. Just so you guys know what you are working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew. All right, so we are just under 3 minutes. Adding 1, we got 8. I think we might be able to get to 10. One, 2, keep your head down, face the floor as well. 3, try not to keep your gaze up. 4, 5, make sure you open your legs. 6. You don't want them to be narrow. Open it up. 7 and 8. You should be able to handle a lot more weight than what you think you can here. So I only have these 2 kettlebells, but those combined give me the greatest amount of resistance that I can provide at home because I don't have access to a barbell. But that's okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we got less than 90 seconds. We got 9 here. And since we do have pretty light weight, if you want to just take the reps up, feel free, be my guest. However, just because it's the first time we've done it, I didn't want to push the reps up really high, just so you guys can get used to it. Just to try it out. 2, 3, 4, and don't just pop back up when you get down. 5, try to feel the stretch. 6, 7, 8. Keep tension in your glutes. Keep tension in your hamstrings. 9. You keep tension in your hamstrings by trying to pull your heels toward your body while going throughout the rep. And we've got less than 30 seconds, so we'll finish out here on the leg over or whichever core move you're deciding to use. Time. Okay. So hopefully you all thought the first pairing was more difficult than the second pairing. I know I did. But either way, definitely a good workout today. Not trying to kill you all, never am. But nonetheless, I do think at that first move, the first pairing was definitely the harder of the 2. Probably also after doing spin class, I'm feeling it a little bit more. But nonetheless, you can always run it back. Let me know what feedback you have, so that way I know what to bring next week. And as always, thank y'all for joining me. So grab your water. We're going to stretch out here in 1 second. All right, so just catch your breath. Once you feel like you've calmed down, go ahead and come to the floor. Of course, I gotta clean up a little bit. Okay. We're going right to child's pose. Then we'll stretch out the lower back. Okay, so on all fours, going straight to child's pose. Open the legs up a little. And bring your heels to your butt. If you need to, flex the ankles. And just reach up nice and tall. Catch your breath. All right, so go ahead, come up. Flip around to your back. Stretch out the lower back a little. So come down to your back, bend your knees at 90, drop them down to the side. You're gonna bring your shoulders flat against the floor, creating like a letter T with your body. Bring the legs up and switch. Bring the knees to the left side and bring the shoulders flat to the floor. And bring the legs back to the center. You're going to sit up. Bring the right leg up and over the left. Pull your right leg into your body. Turn your shoulders to the right to stretch out the glute. Relax and switch. And relax. Grab the right ankle with the right hand. You're going to pull your heel towards your glute. You want to stretch out the quad. Lean back if you need to. Take a breath, come up and switch. Grab the left ankle with the left hand, pull the heel back toward the glute, and lean back. Take a breath, slowly come up. Go ahead, come all the way up to your feet. Last stretch here, just getting the hamstrings. Bring your feet together, fold right over. You can place your fingertips under your toes and pull yourself into your legs, or you can grab a hold of your ankles, pull yourself into your legs that way. Just make sure you push your knees back by squeezing your quads to straighten the leg out. And push your chest into the floor. Take a breath and slowly come up. So that's our class for today, y'all. Again, thank you for joining me. Let me know whatever feedback you have. I would love to hear it. That way I know what to bring for next week. All right, so I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you on the next class. Holla.